Okay. So, I was doing the Academy Ace thing. And he showed up. Which I wasn't expecting, if you couldn't tell. So I decided to record this because I'm curious what Pokemon he has. I haven't looked. And so far it was Arven, the first one. Then it was Rhyfort. Then it was Time. Miss Rhyfort and then Miss Time. And now Mr. Claval. So you are to be my opponent then, Master BK. I shall meet you with my full strength. Drain Punch. Like, I don't really have too much worry here, because, like, obviously, Annihilape's level 100 and we're, like, level something. I can even check. 65. Okay. Huh? Ooh, oh, because they're pure ghost, right? Does that make sense? I don't know. There's no question. Boop. Sorry, I booped your snoot too hard. Among Us. Well, I guess Director Koval is looking pretty sus with that there Among Us. That was stupid. Oh! I was happy for you until you freaking poisoned him. I wonder if Effect Spore affects, Golden Go. I'm close to evolving one, which is cool. Though. Something on the snow. An ice type. Last one. Oh, it started to snow. Cool. No, third. Yeah. So we'll do cross chop just for some variants. Thanks. What? Oh. I was in my brain. I swapped the models of Obama Snow and Beartic, not Beartic. Beartic? I don't know. Whatever the the ice type Pokemon with the snot bubble evolution. I don't know why I swapped them. Cross chop. There we go. Probably right. Pokemon with a name that's said a bunch of different ways. Gyarados. Yeah. Ridouse. I don't know. Regifeast. Ooh, pure snoot. Wow. You took that like a champ, damn. Aqua Tail. So, Nature Fist again, I guess. Red hat. No, you just fainted because you were hit. Okay. Oof. I almost thought I legitimately called that, and I would have been so stoked. Skeletors. Oh, yes, you. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It took me this long. Skeletor is the one. Is the, oh gosh, what is it called? What's this? What's the fire type starter called? Fuecoco. It's the fully evolved Fuecoco that didn't get picked in the beginning of the game. So I assume that this Pokemon's not always going to be Skeletor unless you pick Sprigatito. Wow. I don't know why that took me so long. Don't switch, because I do want to heal you. You've really grown splendidly over the course of your treasure hunt. I've made him whole black. I am half black, by the way. Thought I should mention that just in case. If anyone's like, wow, this guy's really racist. And I'm like, nope. I'm not. I don't think. Which might be more telling, honestly, but I don't think I am. Because Americans aren't a race. Boomts. I'm American, so I can hate my own species. As director of the academy, I always strive to illuminate my students. I really, like, with all, like, problems and weird decisions aside, I really do like the characters of this game, and I really do like the story. The story of the DLC is just so intriguing. Like, it's not intriguing per se. It's like my heart says it's great, but I honestly don't remember it, which is why I will willingly replay it for Violet for that reason and because other stuff too. So I guess since I'm recording this, I'll be able to record what I get. Do you know what I treasure most of all? Watching my dear students flourish and grow. It is truly astonishing how much you have grown. It was a splendid battle. Congratulations on a most deserving victory. And the winner of this tournament is Champion Beaker. Chanting, 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 chanting. Quadruple Champion BK. I don't know. Here's your well-earned prize. Singular? Great. Thanks. Okay. I was not told that it was a singular prize, but I mean, it gave me 3 nuggets, so that's not a bad thing. I won't do more of that this time. I will do something. It's called something else, isn't it? Boxes give nicknames. Can you not change it? What? Go to your enable to simulate. Yeah, turn that off. Is that right? The rumble feature. Yeah, I don't really care for that. Skip cutscenes. No, I want that on. Or I want skip cutscenes off. So how much distance you'd like between the camera and your character? Far. Because no matter what, it's still the camera. So can I not change it? So I just realized this now. There's no way to change to set battle style. Huh. That's annoying. I guess they probably did that on purpose. Maybe? Just so that you can't, like, spam through. But that would be such a weird thing to not allow. Just for one thing that's in, like, at the end of the game. That's weird. I think this is the very first game that they've not done, that they've, like, done this. Wow, that is very weird. Okay, I think I remember what other thing I was going to do. I was going to do the classes. I think there's a lot, so I'll probably just do one right now. Or one entire set. I'll do all of biology, is what I'm saying. Hello, hello, my name's Jacques, and I'll be your Pokemon Biology teacher. In my class, we'll all learn about the various quirks of our beloved Pokemon together. I hope you all come to love Pokemon even more from the things you learn here. In today's class, I'll teach you a great way to get to know Pokemon in more depth. If you'd like to become better friends with your Pokemon, you can let them come out of their Pokeball and walk along with you. Sounds great, huh? You can use the ZR button to throw a Pokeball and let out the Pokemon inside. Nothing cuter than watching your Pokemon run around underfoot, if you ask me. Once you let your Pokemon out, try speaking to them. They're sure to respond in some way. It's a great way to get to know them better. However, letting your Pokemon out of its ball isn't such a great idea in some locations. Can anyone tell me where it is that you shouldn't have your Pokemon walk alongside you? Inside buildings. That's right. I see you did your homework. The correct answer is that we should not walk with our Pokemon indoors. How about that? Some Pokemon might damage walls, desks, and other things walking around inside buildings, so it's not allowed regardless of the species. Therefore, please only let your Pokemon out of their balls while outdoors, okay everyone? I think I see them out and about in classrooms from time to time, but still. Anyway, you may become even closer friends with your Pokemon pals by walking together. Oh, I almost forgot. Keep in mind that you can only walk together with your lead Pokemon. ZR button to let them out. Biology 2! Electric Boogaloo! Hello, hello. I hope everyone's ready to learn some new things today. Did you all try using the ZR button to let your Pokemon out as I taught you in our last class? Walking along your Pokemon lets you see how unique and cute they all are. I'd highly recommend picnics for when you want to spend some quality time together with the Pokemon in your party. You can get them all around the table to make sandwiches and play. It's really a lot of fun. If you want to learn more about making food, Mr. Swaro's class is the best place to go. Now sometimes, while you're enjoying a picnic with your Pokemon, you may find something very, very important in the basket next to your table. This very important something is what Pokemon are born from. Let's all say it together. Eggs. Phew, you got it all right. You all got it right. The very important something I'm talking about is a Pokemon egg. It's not clear where these Pokemon come from, but they're probably placed in the basket rather stealthily by the Pokemon at the picnic. Walking around with an egg will help warm it, which allows it to hatch. Eggs won't warm up by sitting in boxes, though. You need to have them in your party. And here's one more super important thing I'd like you to remember about eggs. Pokemon entrust us with their eggs because they believe in us. So I sure would be happy to see you all being responsible parents for your little Pokemon eggs. Oops, my most important point came right as the bell rang. Well, see you all next time, I guess. Before I go to the next class, I do... Okay, you're just nothing. Cool. Well, not nothing, but you're just a duplicate of this person right here. Yes, I want biology. Biology! Hello, hello! I hope everyone's ready to learn some new things today. I seem to remember teaching you all about the importance of eggs in our last class together. On that note, is everyone using their Pokédex? It registers Pokemon born from eggs as well as those encountered via other methods, so don't you worry about that. And, just so you know, I'm the one who developed the Pokédex app. It was way before I started teaching here at the Academy, though. Back then, I was a researcher. In fact, Dr. Koval wasn't working in education at the time either. He was researching alongside me at the same facility. We got to research Pokemon together day in, day out. Those sure were fun times. Got yelled at all the time, though. Wait a sec, how did I get on this? Pretty sure I was talking about the Pokedex. Anyway, today, I'd like to teach you about catching Pokemon. As you all know, a great way to catch a Pokemon more easily is to beat them up. I mean, first lower their HP. But there's another way to up your chances of a successful catch. Can you guess what it is? And inflict the Pokemon with a status condition. Wow, that's right, BK. Great job. And that is something I always think about, but I never actually do. Because I actually personally like to first try to use a quick ball immediately. But, well, he might end up saying it here. The correct technique for making Pokemon easier to catch is to inflict them with a status condition. Sleep, is an exceptionally effective status condition. It makes Pokemon drastically easier to catch. And he'll say it here too. If you have a Pokemon that can use moves that put opponents to sleep, like Sleep Powder or Hypnosis, filling up your Pokedex will be a cinch. There are other ways to improve your catch rate as well, like using Pokeballs specifically designed to be effective against certain Pokemon. Eating food that gives you catching power works too. I don't hate the powers bit, because it's a cool gameplay thing. I kind of wish that there would be an in-world explanation for what, how and why that happens and stuff. Eating food that gives you catching powers works too. Or sneaking up on a Pokemon from behind to catch them by surprise when you start a battle, except that doesn't actually work with Bug Trio because they can feel the micro vibrations of the earth from you moving. You're welcome for the little bit of sciencey stuff to give them an excuse to be a pain in the butt to catch. Yes, I'm mad about it, because I was trying to catch them off screen. If you're having trouble, you may want to make the rounds to the gyms to get gym badges, which doesn't really make sense. Unless they're not just metal, they're actual trinkets. They're not trinkets, they're actually machinery micro machinery that makes it so that it's easier to catch Well, earning gym badges will make it easier to catch Pokemon of higher and higher levels. Please do come show me your Pokédexes once they start to fill up. Another day, another enjoyable class. Oh yeah, and don't forget, our next class will be a test. I think, oh yeah, here we go, midterm. Because that was, I think, the 4th class, right? I don't know. You're so disturbing, Psyduck. You're so disturbing. They're just like the 1,000,000 yard stare. It's not even a 1,000 yard stare. It's definitely like a 10,000 or 100,000 yard stare. Hello everyone! Today is our midterm exam. It sure feels good to fill in all those empty spaces on the answer sheet, doesn't it? Take your time and contemplate each question carefully. What button would you What button would you use to let a Pokemon out of its ball so that it can walk with you? A, the R button, B, the ZR button, or C, the plus button. Oh. I mean, this makes more sense because there's not a C button. Okay, ZR. Combine one letter and one number below to correctly say when and where eggs are found. A, during picnics. B, while walking. 1, in tall grass. 2, in your basket. So you want A, during picnics. 2, in your basket. A2. Bingo. Which of the following is an effective way to warm up eggs? Walking around at the speed of nothing, actually. A turtle. What will not make Pokemon easier to catch? Giving them a berry. What will make it easier to catch Pokemon of higher and higher levels? You just pay them off. It's like, hey, I'll give you 1,000 LP if you let me catch you. Oh, I don't use it that much, no. I would love for this one to like actually do something. Like I am someone, like I don't make games, but if I do start doing it, I would want to make games that have a lot of questions to like change how the game will react to you and how the game plays for you. And small things, not like massively, but like for instance, there's Telltale games where like Minecraft story mode that I played on my channel. Actually, you can go check that out on my channel. Heck, I might as well just link it in the description. I won't remember, but yeah. If I don't remember doing it and someone sees that I didn't do it, comment that I didn't do it in the comments below and I'll do it, because I am mentally ancient, so I will forget. Where like the questions you answer affect the game that you play in the end. Like I would want this to affect something. Not in the game, since this can be done, cough cough, after the game has already been finished, cough cough. Definitely didn't do that myself. But I would want it to like change something in like a fun way. It's easy to use. Alright everyone, time's up. I hope you all enjoyed tackling those questions. My last question was this something that I'm personally curious to know. Don't tell the director about it, okay? I'll grade these right away. I hope you're all looking forward to seeing how you did. I'm very much like in a gray area where like I'm not an extreme fanboy of Pokemon, like games and the animes, but I'm not like oh yeah, I've heard of that Pokemon game thing or whatever. Like, I'm definitely like, I'm a pretty big fan, but I'm like a realistic fan slash a critical fan slash like constructively criticizing fan in a way. Some things I criticize are just jokes, which is bad for me to do because I can be sarcastic in a way that doesn't sound sarcastic. But just to be fully honest, I do not hate this game. It is a wonderful game. Heck, I'm going to eventually buy the physical version of Violet so I can like more easily play it without having to like do a bunch of pain in the butt stuff. And like the story is great. I love the characters. And like a lot of these elements are like really cool. But I am wondering what they're going to end up doing. Because like this game has been out for like about a year, maybe over a year now. And the fact that there's allegedly been really no like fixes for the like bugs and glitches and stuff, I kind of have a feeling they're probably coding and creating the next like generation or the next like games already, which makes sense because they take a long time to make. But with how this theoretically was during like beta testing and alpha testing, they probably should put more power towards like at bare minimum better performance, so then they can up the quality of how it looks. I don't know if any of that made sense. It's early in the morning. Well, it's not. It's literally almost noon when I'm recording this, but my body is very slow to wake up. It feels great to get a test out of the way, doesn't it? Let's take a look at your results. You must get 3 questions correct to pass the midterm exams, and 4 questions correct to pass the final exams. Let's see how you did on your biology test. You answered 5 out of 5 questions correctly. That's a passing score. Congratulations. Mr. Jacques asked us to give this reward to any students who passed the exam. 5 EXP those things. Yeah. Thank you. Keep doing your best. Like no one ever was. Da, da, da. To pass this class is my real test. It's biology with Mr. Jacques. Pokemon biology class. I don't know where to go with that. I should probably get water. I got water. I stupidly ended up reminding myself of someone I love a lot that I want to talk to more, but I always get too in my head about everything else I need to do, and I don't prioritize them. And sadly, my friend does suffer with depression, and I'm trying to at least decently control my anxiety so it's not cripplingly attacking me. And he hasn't exactly answered in a while. I hope he's okay, because I don't think I'd be able to function anymore. I will just end up crying myself to death, probably. I hope that if he can forgive me for not talking to him more often, that I'll be able to forgive myself, which I don't think I can. I don't know what to do, and that's the terrifying part. So, and what sucks is that because he doesn't live nearby, I can't exactly run over or drive over, Uber over, or whatever to get to him. So I'd have to literally fly to the other side of the United States in order to see him, which I sadly don't have the money for. Otherwise, I would gladly say screw everything and go over there now. But I just hope he's okay. Because 2 days in a row now, he hasn't exactly answered me back through messaging, so it's very possible that he's already gone. And I don't want to cry on video, but I don't think I'll be able to stop it. He does have a date, but I don't know if he's one to keep to a schedule with this or not. I'm probably gonna just have to say screw whatever my therapist had planned for today and just bring this up and just talk about it, because I don't think I can do anything else. And it sucks how my brain was forced into a way where I pretty much reflect the emotions and feelings of people I extremely care about. And whenever he's not doing well, I can't do well. And I can't do anything about it. Either way. Either with me trying to boost my mood or trying to help him somehow. I don't know what to do. Another annoying part about my anxiety is the fact that I end up always thinking that like I'm bothering him or I'm like a waste of his time, because I view him so highly and I just think of myself as like barely a 5 out of 10. And it's anxiety. It's probably a million things in one, where I just don't know how to just be like, it's something I can control. Yes, it's going to suck, but I can't do anything about it. So I need to just do what I can to try and help. But I'm definitely on the verge of an anxiety attack right now. So instead of continuing the video. I'm just talking and talking, trying to keep myself at least somewhat grounded so I don't just freak out. It's not a panic attack, but it's less severe, but it's still crippling. Okay. Hello, hello. I hope everyone's ready to learn some new things today. Controller fell asleep. Hello? Controller. Controller is not happy. Being plugged in. Come on. There we go. You all did really great on the midterm exam. Thanks for answering my little question at the end, too. I'll be sure to keep your responses in mind. Alright, we're now heading into the last half of our classes together. It's time for our knowledge to evolve and grow, just like our Pokemon. Evolution, yep, evolution. Today we're going to learn about the fascinating phenomenon of Pokemon evolution. As Pokemon battle and level up, they learn moves and get stronger. And for some Pokemon, once they've leveled up enough, their appearance changes and their stats increase, sometimes by a lot. That's Pokemon evolution. Pokemon become very strong when they evolve, making them trusty partners in battle. But some people prefer to keep their Pokemon in their adorable pre-evolved states. To do this, you just need to remember a certain button when your Pokemon begins to evolve. Say it with me if you already know. To cancel evolution, press the B button. That's right, B for best answer. The button you want to... The button you want when you need to stop a Pokemon from evolving is the B button. If you press this button soon after a Pokemon begins to evolve, not soon after, I think in this game it's like slightly delayed, where it's like, there's that like the beginning part, and then once it starts to get covered up by the glowiness, then you can push B. You can stop it from changing. You can also let the Pokemon hold an item known as an Everstone to keep it from evolving. And keep in mind that the requirements for evolution differ from Pokemon to Pokemon. Some may evolve by having a certain item, such as a Firestone or Thunderstone, used on them. Others may have to learn a specific move or defeat a specific Pokemon in battle to evolve. The way Primeape evolves into Annihilape is especially strange. You see, there's a certain move that must be used 20 times in battle in order for them to evolve. We've already done that. Oops, looks like we ran out of time. I guess we'll have to end the class there today. Thank you all for your attention. Okay. I should probably eat, because I realized that because it's past noon, it's basically lunch now. So I will eat something. don't even know how to end this video at this point. Oh, shit. Well, he's still there. That's good. But I got at least some of my emotions out, so if doing so fucked it up, that's basically how most of my life has gone. So that'd be right in alignment for how shitty my life's been. Yep. Well, at least he's okay, but let's do another biology thing. Try and take my mind off of turning into a panic. Because it is very tough for me to voice emotions in general. Most vocal emotions I have are literally just acting, because emotions are dead. Hello, hello! I hope everyone's ready to learn some new things today. But before we get going, do you all remember the final question from our midterm exam? Well, Dr. Quaval found out about it somehow, and I got yelled at. Whoops. Apparently he could tell I was hiding something just by looking at me. Must have noticed all the color flushed right out of my face. Speaking of color, today I'd like to teach you all about colors as they pertain to Pokemon. Some Pokemon have slightly different coloration? Is that actually a word? Okay. Have slightly different coloration or patterning on their bodies based on their gender or individual differences. In rare cases, a Pokemon may have wildly different coloration compared to others of the same species. We call these specimens shiny Pokemon. Shiny. It is quite rare to cross paths with one. The interesting thing is I think the very first time I've ever caught a shiny Pokemon was actually in the DLC of Sword, which I don't really count it as my first because it was in the Max Caves thing of the DLC of Sword, Pokemon Sword, which does have a higher chance of giving you a shiny Pokemon. And I ended up getting a shiny Solgaleo. Or no, Solgaleo. I call him Solgaleo because that's what I kind of assumed he was called. They were called, rather. And then, like, the first shiny Pokemon that I actually caught in the wild was in Pokemon Legends Arceus. And it was a shiny male, interestingly, Baneri. I say interestingly because I didn't realize they could be male. So, that's interesting. I wonder what made the game designers change the shiny chance from 1 in 8,192 to 1 in 4,096? Wow, that's right. You may have the markings of a Pokemon, Professor BK. Shiny Pokemon appear at a rate of 1 in 4,000. Isn't that amazing? The probability of encountering one in the wild is the same as hatching one from an egg, too. Oh, and one thing I don't like about the shiny stuff is that because it seems like it might be a biological thing, and if it is like a biological change, which makes sense because genetics, it should be able to be passed on easier. Like, obviously it's recessive, and the like normal coloration is dominant, But if you have two shiny Pokemon of opposite genders, it should be a lot higher percentage of a chance to get a shiny child. Or a shiny baby Pokemon or whatever. An egg with a shiny Pokemon in it. The probability of encountering one in the wild is the same as hatching one from an egg too. Eggs from a pair of Pokemon raised around different languages are a special case. There's a higher than average chance that a shiny Pokemon will hatch from these eggs. But we haven't been able to figure out why that is just yet. I've also heard rumors of a charm that increases your likelihood of finding shiny Pokemon when you have it in your bag. Can you believe that? This claim can't be scientifically verified. Why do you say that? Spoiler alert, but you're the one with it. And you have to fully complete the Pokedex in order for him to give it to you. Which is interesting how he says like, oh yeah, there's a... Oh, unless the thing is that he doesn't know about it or believe in it until he like ends up finding it and he just gives it to us. Maybe. I don't know. Whoopsie, there's the bell. That's all for today. Thank you for your attention. I think I will finish out all the remainder of biology just to have it all in one video. What class would you like to take? Biology! Yes! Hello, hello! I hope everyone's ready to learn some new things today. Next time we meet, we'll have our final exam. That means today is actually our last actual class. And the topic for this last class will be Pokemon forms. You can just think of forms as the shapes or appearances that Pokemon have. There's also a phenomenon called a form change, where a Pokemon's appearance changes under certain conditions. What? Cyclizar, for example, which we regularly ride on as transportation here in the Paldea, has 3 forms. First is its basic form, where it walks on 4 legs. Oh, okay. I personally don't count this as a form change, because it's not like they actually change. Second is its battle form, where it stands on its hind legs to engage in battle. Finally, there's its ride form, where it inflates its throat sac and its tail so we can ride on its back. Though, we can use something you're all carrying with you now as an even better example. Oh yeah, the Rotom phone. Rotom. Yep, I'm talking about your phones. Some smartphones are inhabited by a certain Pokemon. Does anyone know what the Pokemon I'm referring to? Yes, Rotom. You're a regular expert on Pokemon and technology, aren't you, BK? Pokemon in your phone is Rotom, and it does all sorts of things to help you out. A Rotom in a Rotom phone is special, so it doesn't try to enter other electronics. An ordinary Rotom, however, can change form by entering washing machines, microwave ovens, and other electronic appliances. Rotom is a bit of an exception though. Many Pokemon that change form do so simply by holding an item or by having one used on them. Oricorio, for example, has 4 different forms it can change between when given certain nectars. Pokemon may even change type or learn different moves when they change forms. Form changes are different from evolution in that the Pokemon can return to its original form. There we go. And unlike shiny Pokemon, which can't change their special colorization, the same individual Pokemon can go back and forth between its forms. There's a lot to dig into with this form change phenomenon, as you can see. We all learned something from Pokemon here, don't you think? A bit of a stretch, but I'd be happy to see you all enjoy your time at the Academy to the fullest and change form into a new version of yourselves. Or something like that anyway. Oh, I almost forgot. Regional forms, which vary based on what region a Pokemon came from, don't change like other forms. They're an innate. I think what it is what explanation they gave in like other games is like, oh, regional variants exist. Oh, there's Penny. Bottom left-ish area. Like the regional variants of Pokemon exist because of like the difference in like weather and difference in temperature and whatnot. I guess I was scatterbrained Mr. Jacques right up until the very end, huh? Had a great time teaching all of you. I hope you'll do your best on the final exam. Kinda glad no one's gonna end up seeing my freak out. Because he's okay for now, apparently. Whether or not I'll actually be able to talk to him again is different. I have a lot of basically what is trauma, where I've like been too weird or too clingy seeming and they've like blocked me. So, and recently someone ended up blocking me because I like didn't talk to them for a couple days, even though I think I did say on like my profile or something of the app about something about like not wanting to text first or something. I don't remember. Today is our final exam. It will cover everything I've taught you so far, but I'm sure you will all do fine. Take your time and contemplate each question carefully. How many of the following 4 methods make it easier to catch a Pokemon? 2. Yeah, 2. Inflicting paralysis and surprising from behind. You can get new Pokemon only by oh no, that is false. Oh gosh, that wording. You can get new Pokemon only by catching them yourself or trading with other trainers. Technically no. If you count different... I might be wrong. Zeverdstone. Will using an item that induces evolution cause it to evolve? Presumably no. Try Pokemon 1 in 4,000. Wrong. 4 forms. Yeah, which is, I believe the 4th form is added in this game. Switch to grade. Do you have anything you would like to say about my class? I'm still getting used to this teaching thing, but I'm sure I sure had fun as your teacher. It was fun. I thought there was more questions, but I forgot that one always is the last one. I snuck a little bonus question there right at the end again. Shh, our little secret. Don't tell the director. I'll grade these right away. I hope you're all looking forward to seeing how you did. I probably got like 1 wrong. Because that other one I think was a little weirdly done. But unless it was great, I don't know. Let's get 3 to pass. Yeah, 4 to pass. Final. Let's see. 4 to 5. Nice. Okay. That was correct about getting that one wrong. Because like, I don't know if it was talking about like forms being counted as a new Pokemon, but yeah. Yes, reward anyone who passed. Okay, cool. I believe that's it for biology, right? Yeah, that's it. Okay. If you were able to tolerate this video, click the like button down below. See you in the next one, hopefully.